What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna look at Icarus again, only this time we're not gonna make it a 2-hour video. This time I think we'll just max the game out for our ray tracing and just do that once. Then we'll do it with FSR once with everything just maxed out, go through all the different FSR settings real quick, and then we'll finish it off by turning ray tracing off and just see how the game does with no ray tracing. And then, instead, we'll also add in how the game does at DirectX 11 with FSR. That's how we can still make the video pretty sweet. Won't be 2 hours, but it'll still probably be like 38 minutes with all those different things in them. So still probably a pretty long video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So let's go get started, shall we?
Well, alright, starting off our Icarus adventure this time around, we're going at 2560 by 1440. We're going to start off on low, and we won't have any FSR or ray tracing on at first. We're just going to run through it just stock DX12. And we'll do these two here later on. Starting things out here on low. And I've built myself a wooden mansion. So, why don't we check out my crib. Here's our basement, where I got storage and whatnot. Then up here, we just kind of made a little room for no reason. I just kind of felt like it. Doesn't really have a purpose, other than to cover me. We might as well turn these off, we're just wasting fuel. We got it all lit up, we got the chimney up all here. Some stuff still looks a little weird. I haven't completely mastered building yet, but I'm getting there. Now let's check out the main corridor. We got ourselves a crafting table and a smithing thing. We got a window right here to let some natural light in, some more storage. And then you can walk right through here because there wasn't a mountain here when I built it. And there's my bedroll, another light, and a fireplace. Pretty sweet. Alright. And let's move on.
So now a little camera gameplay here. On low, with no ray tracing or FSR yet. This is just DX12 low. Oh, cool. I still need to finish chopping this mofo up. There was like a giant fire due to lightning, so I had to chop down a bunch of trees to protect it from spreading. But then in doing so, I realized now my freaking house is the tallest thing. So now my damn house is probably going to get struck by lightning. But that's okay. Now I've got a fire beating stick. Every time I mess up in this game, I learn why, and I fix it. Get us a shit ton of wood here. All of your wood belong to me. Alright though, why don't we move on?
Off to medium we go. So, check out these settings. All the top stuff's the same, but now we've changed the quality on up to medium. So let's just scroll on down here. And the FSR mode's off right now, and we don't have any ray tracing on. We'll do both of those later on in the video. Getting on with some medium gameplay now. No ray tracing. Just DX12. No FSR either. Gotta get us some more wood for more of my building projects. Out of freaking stamina. Bunch of trees that got struck by lightning over here. Unfortunately, almost all the ones around my house got struck by lightning, which is why I had to cut trees down and stuff to make it so my house didn't get set on fire. But now, my house is unfortunately the tallest thing around, besides the mountain behind me. So hopefully I don't have to put the thing out when I get too much in lightning storms, but we'll see. Alright though, why don't we move on?
Now for some medium camera recorded gameplay at DirectX 12. No FSR ray tracing quite yet. We'll do that a little bit later in the video here. So right now we're just running around. Went to go check out my old house. All that's left from getting struck by lightning and not being able to put out fire is one little wall that I put in the ground for whatever reason. I got fiber and a stick. But it's all good, because now I got my new badass house over here. Figured I'd put it, one end of it as a mountain. It's pretty much my little mansion. Although when I built it on my big computer, it didn't have weird shit happening, like half the mountain going into my bedroom. There we go, open that up for a little bit more airflow and some light. And here's my little drawing area. I just have to pick this up when it rains and bring it inside real quick. Obviously don't use it or you'll set your whole house on fire. Nope, for that I got plenty of heat from my little torch lights and my whatchamacallit. See, like this wasn't here, this was just a wall. Like this wall back here is what was there. So I don't know what's up with that. But at least this is all walled in. And I got my little fireplace. Anyway though, let's move on.
On to high settings now. All this stuff in the top always will remain the same. Here we are, high settings. With no FSR or ray tracing to start with, we'll do both of those next. Now for some high camera recorded gameplay. No ray tracing or FSR yet. Let's go on up here. Let's see. Let's build some fence. I think this will look better with a fence. I think I still need a couple more, but we'll start with that. Oh, come on. There we go. Here we are. And we still need one more. I think I got confused and thought that the ladder came up there, but the ladder doesn't go there. It's coming up through a trap door in the floor, so it's the bottom level that has a ladder. So there we go. Cool. I think that looks much better. Now let's move on.
Now for some high gameplay at DirectX 12. No ray tracing or anything like that. And I put some railing here just for fun. I think it looks a little better now. Let's go see what it looks like from afar. Oh yeah, that looks much better. I still have to fix a couple of things I messed up on and learn how to do a couple things, but I'm getting better with my house skills. What I really gotta do is figure out how to, like, get those side pieces in correctly. Chop these down real quick, get me some experience. You really have to work at these. There we go. Because you get 4 experience every time you chop one of these down. So that's how I leveled up pretty quick. That and crafting shit. Those seem to be the 2 things. Mining, chopping trees down, and crafting. If you want to level up quick, just do those things. Oxygen low. Boom. Well, we can take care of that. Now oxygen is not low. But it is time for us to move on.
Now for the epic settings of DirectX 12. Let's just have a quick look at them. And as I've said, we will do FSR and RTX a little later in the video. Now for the epic quality gameplay here for DirectX 12 mode. And then after the screen recorded, we can move on to some ray tracing. Man. Okay. Well, that almost, like, glitched out and took my head off. That would not have been fun. These things are eyesores, and I get free experience, so might as well take them down. Alright, got some actual good wood. Sick. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm starting to think those things like bases are like in the mountain somewhere down there. This whole area is kind of glitched out. This game's a little glitchy, to be honest, but it was like $30.
Now for a little epic camera recorded gameplay here. Something out here it does not like. It drops down to 30 the second we look out here. We don't even have ray tracing or anything on. Look over here, 40 FPS. Look over here, 30 FPS. What kills 10 FPS? Rabbit and a deer over here and a large deer. Maybe we can hunt. Hell yeah. We got him. Now we need 7. And there we go. Oh, let's get some water too. Oh, come on. Here we go. Alright, let's eat some corn. And I'm just going to consume all that because it's going to die anyway. And there we go. And we repair all that stuff, and we'll let that cook, and let's move on.
Now we're going to move on to some ray tracing, and we just turned all of it on this time right off the bat. No need to waste time. And then we're just going to, instead of trying it in all the different quality settings, we're just going to do one epic and move on to FSR and ray tracing. Okay, so now we're doing ray tracing with the game on epic. Kinda hard to see anything. What the hell? I had like 2 more of those in here. Did they like glitch out and just disappear on me? That's kind of annoying. Let's go activate this guy. Get a little more light on the subject. It's not also helpful when you're getting like 14 to 16 FPS. Yeah, I don't get it. They just disappeared. Lame. I'll have to craft some more. Or take one from somewhere else. Alright, moving on.
Alright, now for some epic game quality with ray tracing all on. I usually don't do videos at night, but since I did everything else with me lighting these guys all up, I don't know what happened to this room. I had one in this room and it just like disappeared because it felt like it. Yeah, you can't see shit outside. Let's just close the door so wolves and shit don't get in. This is really horrible FPS. Huh. But after I'm done with this, we'll just wait for it to become daylight again outside before we continue. And hopefully FSR makes this a little more playable. If we're only getting 12, 13 FPS with ray tracing on, I don't think any amount of FSR is going to help, unfortunately. But we're still going to get it done anyway, even though I absolutely despise playing at this kind of FPS. So let's move on.
Now for some ray tracing and FSR. And we're just going to do this with everything on Epic. We're not going to go through all the different things this time. And as you can see right here, we're starting off on ultra quality and all the ray tracing's on right off the bat. So now we got ray tracing on and FSR on. Yeah, but it's still all stormy out there. One of these times I do that, it's gonna get like ripped off. Well, we're getting better than 14, but we're still not getting the best FPS. Ray tracing and AMD at the moment just do not work very well. Alright, doesn't look like anything's broken up there. Let's go back in here, I guess. Huh. Yeah, not really enjoying this super low FPS. Anyway, though, it's time to move on.
Well, alright. We got epic quality, ray tracing, and now we're doing FSR on ultra quality. And we're just going to go through all the different FSR settings and call it good. And then move on to turning ray tracing off. And then after that, we'll do DirectX 11 with FSR. Well, it seems to have helped a smidgen, but... Ooh, there's a wolf. Show those wolves who's boss. And alright, let's move on.
Now we got some FSR on quality and ray tracing on. Everything else is the same. And when it's like that, I don't really feel the need to show you guys the settings, because it's kind of pointless just to show you, hey, it's on quality or balanced or performance, and other than that, everything else is the same. It just seems like a waste of everyone's time. Now before, on that big long ass video I made when I was going through low, medium, high, you know, if somebody's going through it, you know, they need to know. So that's why I did it there. But man, that was a long video. And that's why we're not going to let this one be quite that long. Gotta mine me some oxide. There we go. Oh, hello, Misty.
Now we got some epic gameplay with ray tracing on. And then after this, we'll move on. Seems to be helping a smidgen here and there. We went from like 19 to 14 FPS up to 35, so not bad just for moving to quality. Uh-oh, I'm over encumbered. Whatever, we'll just drop some wood. We can always get a million more wood. There's trees everywhere. Oh, nice, sulfur. I need more of that to make more of my shit. Alright, cool. Got our sulfur. Now let's get some more oxide, but also let's move on.
Now we got some balanced FSR gameplay here with ray tracing on. Oh no, we're over encumbered. Well, we're keeping all of our oxide. That shit's important. I'm sure we can get rid of like some wood or something else. Yep, like I thought. Got lots of wood. We can just drop that. There's a plethora of it around. I can always get more. Oh, it's coffee. Alright, we'll take that. I don't see that super often. Every once in a while. Alright, not gonna hunt the deer that's got its baby. That just seems wrong even in a video game. I got plenty of other game to shoot, especially wolves, because they always attack me, so I don't feel bad killing them. Alright, let's move on.
Now for FSR balanced with ray tracing on. Huh. I really don't want to have to fight the wolf right now. What's really peculiar is all of this frame time stutter. And I think it's coming from ray tracing. It's either coming from ray tracing or FSR. I guess we'll find out once we turn the FSR, or I mean the ray tracing off. Heck yeah, now we can go put some sulfur in our little box up here. Cool. We'll just put that in there until we need it. Put a little extra oxide in there until we need it. We'll put some fiber. And some yeast. And some of whatever the hell that thing is. There we go. Let's put all that fiber in there. Put the 20 sticks in there. Alright, that should be good. Oh, we gotta go get some water. But let's also move on.
Now for some FSR balanced gameplay with ray tracing on. I gotta get me some water. There we go. And now we got our water, so now we won't dehydrate ourselves to death. I can't imagine that being a fun way to die. I thought that was that oxide shit. Alright, let's go along the side of the mountain and look for more interesting stuff, like sulfur or more oxide. I kind of used up all the shit around my home base there, it seems, so it's time to start adventuring off. Hey, a berry bush. Hey, and coffee. Alright, let's move on.
And now for our last thing for ray tracing and FSR is Ultra or just Performance. So Performance FSR with ray tracing on DirectX 12. And like no matter what we do, we seem to get about the same FPS no matter what. Oh, there's a deer and its baby. I don't like shooting those ones. Oh, what do we find up here? This looks like a giant bunch of boulders. Wonder if there's any oxide or anything like that. Alright, let's eat this before it spoils. Well, there's a little oxide deposit, but nope, it's really just a big stone deposit. Here's some oxide, though. What sucks is I've gotten almost all the oxide deposits from around my house, so I have to go pretty far just to get more oxide now. But let's move on.
So now we're going to just do FSR with no ray tracing, and we're just going to leave the game maxed out on Epic and all that. And we'll just go through all of the FSR modes again instead of going through every single possibility. So there you go, there's the ultra quality and no more ray tracing. So now we're going to start the whole thing over again, but now we've got ray tracing turned off, so now we're just doing DX12 with FSR. Ooh, I found a cave. Oh. Oh, they can shoot. Oh, shit. I can shoot too, damn it. I just can't see where the hell you are. Huh. So I want to go exploring, but I don't want to get, like, poisoned by these things or whatever the hell. Alright, at least you can kind of see them in the dark. Alright though, let's move on.
So now we've turned ray tracing off and we're just doing DirectX 12 with FSR on ultra quality. It looks like, and we found a cave, but there's weird poisonous worm creatures that can shoot range shit protecting it. So I will have to figure out a way to get... there's some more pumpkins. I'm going to have to find out a way to make some light so I can see and get some better weapons before I go in there. Which sucks, because I'd like to just go in there and explore. Who knows, maybe that's where I can get some iron ore. Take that, ferns. Get me some more wood to take back to the base, since I got so much stuff that needs wood. So many fires and what have you. There we go. And off we go back towards the home. Hey, and look at that. It's also time for us to move on.
So now FSR quality, with no ray tracing or anything like that. Man, those wolves are pretty close. Let's get some more fiber. Sometimes I do run low on that. Alright, let's chop on this tree down. Hell yeah, they were like a tree holder. Now we can knock this stump down, because those gives us a shit ton of wood. Alright though, let's move on.
Alright. Now for some quality FSR, just DirectX 12, no ray tracing or anything like that. Ah. You win this time. Hey, more trees to kill. Uh-oh. Well, let us head back over to my house. And also, let's move on.
Now we got FSR on balance. No ray tracing. And man, it is raining like crazy in this game. We're just kind of staying up here and trying to fix. That looks damaged. Yep, let's fix that. We don't need no holes in our roof. Alright, I think we're doing pretty good. Oh, nope, that guy's kind of messed up. So is this one. But we can fix that. We have the technology to put wood in stone. Not really. It wasn't like that before. Game just glitched out when it reloaded, I guess. Alright, is that it? Oh, nope. Looks like something over here got damaged. Where was it? Oh, there was this guy.
So, now we got balanced FSR with ray tracing on high. Or no, on balance. No ray tracing. No ray tracing. Alright, cool. Oh. Oh. Oh, what was that? Man, not easy to keep up with all this. Oh, it broke. Alright, and let's move on.
Last up for this FSR is performance. So we got some performance FSR gameplay now. I should just patch the rest of that in if it's gonna think like that. Because over there it was attached to the mountain and now it's not. But first, before I do that, I gotta just keep up with all this repairs. Alright, gotta wait for our stamina though. How we doing? Ooh, that one's really messed up. Let's fix him. Oh. Gotta fix our hammer first. There we go. Perfect. Gotta fix that guy too. Damn it. Can't quite reach that one. I'll have to get that one from the outside. And let's move on.
Now FSR performance. DirectX 12, no ray tracing. We need water. There we go, and we need food, so... let's drop the spoiled meat. Cool. Now we're all fed. I'm pretty sure our house is all good. I think I repaired everything that got damaged in the wind/lightning storm. And it didn't get set on fire this time, so that's always a win in my book. There's some deers. Well, alright. Now let's go see how the game does with FSR and DirectX 11.
Now we're gonna throw in DirectX 11, as you can see up here. We're gonna do DirectX 11 with FSR and see if that does anything different. So we're just gonna leave it on Epic, and there's still no ray tracing, but it is on ultra quality. So now we're going to do some FSR and DirectX 11. So we're gonna start off on ultra quality. Unfortunately, it looks like it's about to be damn night again. So we'll just have to chill for a minute after we do this and maybe the camera portion, and then wait for day, because I don't want to do a bunch of nighttime shit again. That was annoying last time. Plus, I don't know where the heck my dang lantern things went. They just, like, disappeared. Things in this game just kind of randomly glitch out like that, but that's all good. I still have a lot of fun with it. Heck yeah, more wood. There's still a bunch of those lying around. A bunch of them lying around indeed. Alright though, let's move on.
So now we're doing DirectX 11 FSR. And we're starting on ultra quality. Unfortunately, it's about to be night, so as soon as I'm done with this little portion of camera gameplay, it'll probably be pitch black by the time I'm done. So then we'll just chill, and I'll just wait before I start screen recording again. Get me some more fibers and sticks. That little level 1 bunny. We'll just let him be. Alright, now let's go turn all the lights on in my establishment before it gets too freaking dark. Alright, I took that out because I'm not even using it right now. Let's go turn you on. You still got 36. There we go. Still enough, I think, for night. And also, let's move on.
Now for some FSR on quality. We'll just keep running around here. Is that some oxide? Hell yeah! I probably had to like run from a store or something, or like a wolf attacked me or something. That happens a lot in this game. You get distracted doing what you're trying to do, but hey, it's at least somewhat realistic. Stealth attack. And see, this one didn't have a baby around it, so could use some more meat. And I like how you get your arrow back too. Alright, we'll leave the rabbit alone. And we'll also move on.
So now we got a little FSR on quality for DirectX 11 now. Survived another night. Let's go get me some more wood. Seeing as those, I need sticks and wood to make lots of stuff, and not only that, I also need it as fuel. There we go. Shit ton of wood. There we go. Grab some ferns. Alright, I'd say that's probably good for the wood. I don't even know what that symbol means. Oop, oxygen low. There we go. Take care of that, no problem. And also, let's move on.
Time for FSR balanced. Now, DirectX 11. And we still drop under 60. That just seems to happen in this game. What does that sound? Oh, Jesus, you scared the shit out of me, dear. What are you? Nope, don't need you right now. There we go. Oh, there's some oxide. Patch of stone. There's some oxide. Alright, I'm being stubborn this time. I want all my oxide. Nope. Alright, screw it. I'm on top of a mountain after all. And besides, I need to be back to repair my base if wind damages it. Alright, come on, we can get there. Alright, let's shut that before it gets broken. And also move on.
Now for some balanced FSR gameplay. Unfortunately, we're at DirectX 11. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in my house because of this windstorm. So far, so good. Everything is holding up. Alright though, let's move on.
Alright, and finishing this up with some FSR on performance. So let's just run around, get a little gameplay in here. I always thought performance is hilariously bad looking. But at least it looks better than it did at 1080p. Hey, some sticks right in front of my house. I'll take those. Shut that so wolves and shit don't sneak up on me. Alright, let's put some shit away. We don't need that at all. Let's consume that meat before it goes bad. Let's put that in there. It's just weighing me down. Let's put the rest of this leather in there. Just kill that. I don't need that right now. Ooh, let's put that over with that fiber. There we go. And we'll put that there. Put the wood up with that, and put the rest of that wood in here too. Put that wood up. And let's move on.
Now for a little FSR performance on DirectX 11. Get some more fiber. Hey, there's some wild berries. And some fish. And alright, I think that's about it for this video. Why don't we just wrap it up? Well guys, that's a wrap for Icarus at 1440p for our FSR ray tracing on both DirectX 11 and 12. It's nowhere near the 2-hour mark that the first video was, but that was a good lesson as to why I don't do every variable. But I also just felt like seeing how long it would be if I did do like every single thing, and it just doesn't work. So I think this works a lot better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next one, peace out, guys.